You know what I keep saying about other teams? I think I might as well just say it about Man United, because this really is a social experiment. This really is like, no, I did say it. Yeah, I did say that, this club is like a social experiment. I feel like all of us are like lab rats and our emotions are being tested, to the fullest to see what heights we can reach and what lows we can reach. I mean, hey, what more can I say? There's nothing to play for in the league. I think everybody knows that. And I think everyone knows that it's full focus on the Europa League. There's a return fixture coming up on Thursday, hence why there's a lot of players that didn't really play at all or much today. The only substitutions we had were, let me just check. Matthijs de Ligt came off, injured. Harry Maguire had to come replace him. Amad Diallo and Lenny Euro came on at half-time. Christian Eriksen came on in the 57th minute. Lindelof came on in the 76th minute, So, not really surprised with the lineup. And this was kind of expected, obviously, with such a big return fixture coming up. In goal, we had Bayinde, we had a back three of Luke Shaw, Matthijs de Ligt and Fredrickson. We had Harry Amas and Dorgu as the wing-backs, Mainu and Ugarte. In midfield, we had Garnacho and Mount as the 2 10s, and Chido Obi played in the 9, started his first ever game in the Premier League for Man United. So first things first, I've got to give congratulations to Chido. I think he held his own out there tonight. I think he done decently well. Wasn't amazing, wasn't awful. Even created a chance for himself with a pass that wasn't really meant for him, if I'm honest. But he done well to do the movement, bring the ball down, little bit of a scuffle, manages to sort his feet out and get a shot off, which was blocked by one of the Brentford defenders. So I've got to give credit to Chido. I think he done quite well today, quite well. The hold-up play wasn't too bad, getting his teammates involved and all of that. It was okay. It was good, I think. I'm looking at Bayinde, made a couple of good saves, couple of instances where I thought he should have done better, maybe. In defence, Luke Shaw, de Ligt, Fredrickson, de Ligt. It's unfortunate because just as I was praising Matthijs de Ligt for being available at all times, for always being there, and when he does play, he's always playing well, he's always part of our best players on the pitch. Just as I was praising him a couple of weeks ago, picks up an injury, is out for a bit, comes back, gets injured again. It's a shame. And as we speak, at the time of recording, I have no news on what type of injury it is. I really hope it's not too bad. I really hope it's nothing to do with his knee or anything that could, keep him out long term, because that would be peak. And if it is a long-term injury, listen, rumours were flying about during the week that United could be interested in signing Jonathan Tah on a free from Bayer Leverkusen. I was a bit apprehensive at first, but if it is a long-term injury, like I said, even in general, I'm not too mad at that signing, given the financial situation at Man United as well. You've always got to see this as a potential. If Man United don't win the Europa League, that means no Champions League football, that means no Champions League money, which ultimately results in no players being able to join the club the way Man United would want to. So ultimately, you've got to look at it and think, are we really in a position to be declining somebody like Jonathan Tah? And I'm speaking for myself as well. I put myself in that category of people that, decline players because they're quote unquote not good enough. The answer is no. Jonathan Tah on a free, I wouldn't say no to that. I would not. Plus, he would fit our system. Plays in a free at Leverkusen, won the league. won the Bundesliga playing in a 3. So I wouldn't be mad at that signing, given the fact that, we have injuries left, right, and centre. And we've got people like Luke Shaw putting in awful performances to the point where he had to be subbed off at half time. And, I don't want to be hounding onto Luke Shaw, but I think I told you guys for a long time, since 2021, I believe, that Luke Shaw is not someone that Man United should be counting on in 2025. And I've said this in 2021, so it's been 4 years now. How do I say this in the most respectful way? When you do a job, for example, if I work in an office, I've got to make sure I've got the basics in check, which means if I turn up to the office in the morning, I've got to bring my laptop, a mouse if I have one, an extra keyboard if I have one, I don't know, an extra screen, well, that will be provided by work, I assume. But I've got to make sure I bring what's necessary to be able to deliver good work. Luke Shaw's not fit. You just have to look at him, again, without trying to be too disrespectful. He is not fit. He's not taking care of his body. Now, how on earth can you count on someone in your professional football team if the person cannot even get himself in shape to be able to perform at the required level? It's not going to work out. So, listen, the sooner Man United cut ties with Luke Shaw, the better. That's probably the only and best thing I could say, respectful thing I could say about this situation. So, and he caused the own goal. It just had to be him. Like, everything pointing towards the fact that this story should have been done a long time ago. I like Fredrickson. I'm a big fan of Fredrickson. I won't lie. I'm a big fan of his. Very composed on the ball. Somebody who's young, obviously still making mistakes, but this is someone you could say, okay, you need to give him time. Of course. This is someone I could talk about and say, give him time. So Fredrickson, one for the future, man. Look out for him. Really good. I thought Harry Amas was really good. All in all, yeah, I'll be honest. The youngsters today were the ones that really impressed me. Fredrickson, Obi, and Harry Amas. Harry Amas done really well, I think, on that left-hand side as a wing-back. Some people are calling him a Luke Shaw regen. I wouldn't go that far and say it. I think you have to let Harry Amas be Harry Amas and just let him develop the way he wants to and the way he can. Let him develop his play. Let him develop his footballing abilities at Man United, and yeah, just let him be him. Do you know what I mean? And I thought I've seen some good things in spells during the game, but again, he's someone that I can talk about and say, give him time. So big up to Harry Amas. I'm not too sure about the Kobbie Mainoo thing in midfield. I don't know, and I'm not saying that because he's not good, but I'm saying this because I think he's being massively misprofiled. I think because we look at him and we go, technically sound. We look at him and we say, technically sound, good on the ball, a bit physical, midfielder. I don't think he is. I really don't think he is. And I think you look at him in spells during the game as well today, he doesn't look too comfortable in that position. And it doesn't help when you have someone like Ugarte next to you, who constantly loses the ball cheaply, wins it back a lot, but it doesn't help, I'm still of the opinion that Kobbie Mainoo is very comfortable in one of these two tense positions. The same freedom and the same amount of unlimited chances that we give to Garnacho is the same amount of grace I think we should be giving to Kobbie Mainoo. But why is it not the same? Only God knows. I thought Mason Mount played all right. You guys have followed me for a long time. I wasn't keen on the signing when the rumours were flying about. I wasn't keen on the signing when he did sign. I definitely wasn't keen on him getting the number 7. I just wasn't a fan of it. Until this day, I am not a fan of this signing. It's got nothing to do with him on a personal level, but I'm just not a fan of the signing, Just not a fan at all. He got a goal though, done really well to get the goal, got himself involved, got stuck in there. Right place, right time, good cross from Garnacho, gets the assist. Mount gets the goal. But yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of his. I think this is another signing at the end of the season we should be cutting ties with. So, yeah, it is what it is. Garnacho, it's a difficult one because a lot of people are going to look at the numbers and a lot of accounts are going to look at the numbers and go, well, he's got a goal and an assist. Brilliant game. But we still see the same things, the same mistakes, the same errors, the same mistakes in this game, you know, the details, you know, carrying the ball for long distances, but then losing it because the pass that you played was straight to the opposition. But, you know, credit to him, man. You know, what he's been trying for about 9 months finally came off, which is cutting in and shooting. It finally came off. And, you know, that's going to give him the license now to try it for the next 50. So, you know, it is what it is. He got his goal. But all in all, I'm not really fussed about this loss. You know, I still think defensively we let Brentford do way too much. I rate Kevin Schade to a certain extent, but somebody like him should not be able to be at the back post twice and get 2 headers and score twice from those headers. I think we gave them too much freedom. We let Burmore and we let Wissa run our defence absolutely riot. Like, we let them run our defence absolutely ragged. And I don't even know if that's the right thing to say, but you get my point. We let them do what they wanted, and it was just too much freedom for them, you know? Damsgaard, too much freedom in my opinion. Jensen, you know, too much freedom in my opinion. That goal in the end looked a bit offside, but it wasn't after a VAR check. So, yeah, I do feel like we should have done better in defence. But then again, I'm not going to blame Fredrickson. But I am going to blame Shaw, though. You know, Shaw. Yeah, like I said. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel very indifferent about this result because in the end, if we do get to the final after beating Bilbao on Thursday, all is going to be forgotten, half of it. And if we win the Europa League this season, it's just going to be completely wiped out of people's memories because we will be back in the Champions League. You know? However, if there's one thing that I can take from this game is that there's certain players that we have to build with next season. Amad Diallo is one of them. I mean, if this guy is not Man United's best player, then I don't know who is, because when he's on the pitch, he's one of those players, every time he gets on the ball, you feel like something is about to happen. The close control, the touches, the little touches to dribble, the way he gets his head up and scans, and he's just a different type of player. And these are the type of players that you need to build around. And if Man United do just that, they will be as successful as never before, in my opinion. Amad Diallo is a gem of a footballer. And I still don't think that Man United fans understand what type of player we have, at the club. I still don't think they understand. They would rather focus their minds on somebody like Garnacho rather than somebody like Amad. Amad is a one-of-one footballer. I genuinely believe that. He's a one-of-one footballer. We are lucky that he signed a new deal at our football club. We are so lucky. I promise you, no disrespect to any other players at the club, but Amad, he's unique. He's very, very unique. And the fact that we can sit here and say that Amad can be coming off the bench, possibly in the final if he doesn't start, of the Europa League, is such a blessing. Such a blessing. Doesn't need many chances to try what he wants to try and for that thing to come off the way he wants it to come off. He doesn't need 30 times to cut in and shoot. No, because every time he shoots, it's dangerous. It's calculated. You know? So yeah, I think that's one thing that I can take away from this game. Apart from that, not much I can take away really. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. I do think that Michael Coyote, he was immense. on loan from Fiorentina at Brentford, and Brentford have this thing. They just know how to discover gems like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing his development. Italian fullback, really, really good. Played well today. Honestly, I was impressed. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this game. If you made it till the end of this video, go in the comment section and type in Amad is back. Yeah, there you go. Amad is back. Anyway, people, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully on Thursday, we get the business done and we qualify for the final. Until then, God bless, take care. I'll see you in the next match reaction. Liverpool-Chelsea. I'll be here for that. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe, people. It's road to 20K, and I'll see you later. Peace.